This is an unboxing for the Tanchjim Hana. I'm a big fan of Tanchjim. I love the oxygen. It's one of my higher rated single dynamic drivers. It had one notable flaw in its design, but not in its sound. Somebody said that the person that tuned this is the same person that tuned the Belon. I know you might think, oh, you know. That's the video that I actually did September 21st, 2019. 50,000 views, 400 comments, and I checked this just now because I was, dear Mr. Guy who made this in the Tanchjim tuning. So I'm talking about the Belon 03. Could you please put these gems, Belon and Tanchjim, in shells that have no fit issues? Seriously, what the fuck? Signed, everybody that like to listen to music. And 189 people agreed. Never edited that. I pinned it because I just thought, man, the Belon is excellent. It's got a fit issue. The Tanchjim the same. And then some people said that are in the industry, it was the same tuner. Don't know who that is, and it's certainly not the person that tuned the Belon 05. Don't get confused. I believe it's a Chinese person. I can't remember his name. You can comment if you want. I've already taken this out, listened to it, and graph it, but let's pretend. This has got warranty and stuff inside of it. This looks like, as somebody else has noted, like the oxygen painted, and I believe that there's a warning to pay attention not to bang these up against anything. Why would you do that anyway? But the star lights, which I'm a fan of too, by KXXS, the Moondrop by KXXS, they're really like a painted Moondrop shell, and some of it's chipped off from some people and they were complaining. This really is the same thing, and the reason I brought up this video right here is because September, long time ago, the thing that was getting on me was, why is such brilliant tuning being kneecapped by a bass? I can find tons of garbage that fits great. Garbage sound, and it fits like a boss, like a champ. It isolates everything, but what it plays is garbage. And then I get stuff like the Belon, which I'm a huge fan of, and obviously a lot of people are. There's a whole army of folks out there, and they got to put up with a fit. And the Tanchjim, I put it in this 9 months ago, mentioned it specifically because I was like, 2 sets, 2 dynamic drivers. It's the same teeny little nozzle. I've listened to it. It's been in my ears. I used another cable because I measured a graph, which is this one. It looks similar to the other one, but the Pina gain, the gain at 1K, is a little more substantial than the original oxygen. Not that that didn't stand out to me when I listened to it briefly. I listened to just a few songs, and I'll get into it when I do my review. But the problem that I had that was significant enough to stick it in a Belon video in September of last year is the same shell. So it sounds good to me so far, but the issue that I had is it pushes itself out. I used foam tips, and I also used silicone tips, and it just barely fits. And as I said with the Tanchjim, if you can get this to fit right, not this one because I'm not sure yet, but the oxygen is one of the better single dynamic drivers that you can buy that I've ever heard. But wrecking it is kind of hard to do because okay, whatever. Because a lot of people will say, it's got a tough fit, man. Because it does. I'm not sure why the stem is that short. Comes with a cable. I have not used it. I have not opened it. The 2-pin that I used came off of Moondrop S8. This is the cable that comes with it. I'm not sure what the price range of this is, but I would assume it's like $200 and below. I can't recall. It's got kind of like rose gold accents to it. This is like a prettied up oxygen, and the tuning is a little bit different. A little bit more towards treble heads. Just judging by the graph, though that doesn't jump out at me by quick listen. I wasn't like, oh shit, that sounds loud. Nothing like that. But this is definitely for getting rid of the extra shells that they had. One more time. Dear Mr. Guy who made this in the Tanchjim tuning, could you please put these gems, Belon and Tanchjim, in shells that have no fit issues? Seriously, what the fuck? Signed, everybody that likes to listen to music. And 189 people agreed with that. I'm sure more, but they're just not into YouTube. It's the same stem. So if I do fall in love with this set, like the Oxygen, it's going to have the same qualifier with it. Like when you wreck the Belon, you say, you know, this is talk to people. It fits some people, it doesn't fit other people. And it generated its own army. This Oxygen never generated that level of an army, and I think the fit is harder than it is on the Belon, because the Belon, oddly enough, fits perfectly in some people's ears because they sleep, hang it over your ear, it fits fine. This is looks gorgeous. It's gonna scratch like the Starlight. Here's the thing. Let me put this right on the key. Why can I get tons and tons of stuff? There's a set right in front of me that's brilliant. We're going to do a review on. I mentioned a couple times, and it isolates the whole world. You don't even know its name. It might become popular, might not. It will definitely with bass heads. I love it. But this company, with its great tuning and my history with being a fan of it, has got this incredibly small nozzle. And it's going to preclude a large number of people from buying it. I don't think this graph is as big a deal as that. It's quite a hump. Yeah, I'll get to that. It seems to me like the hobby is being tilted towards the treble, for reasons that are totally puzzling. The urban fun in this price range, or actually cheaper, is bassy. You can go all the way up to the Empire Ears and find very, very popular, well-selling sets that can start from budget and go all the way up into the premier audiophile level. I have no idea why there seems to be in 2020 a tilt towards brightness for the heck of it. I don't know. That's definitely a bigger gain than on the Oxygen, and this is definitely Oxygen repainted. But I'm definitely a fan. Let me show you the Canara real quick while we're here. This is, you know, those. I don't know if somebody sent this to try to, you know, suck my pride or what. There's two versions. One, these actually sound good. This is a hybrid 1DD, 3 BAs, I believe, and it looks absolutely. I showed a picture to my girlfriend. She was like, "Oh, please, please," when you're done with those. And I said, oh, "Okay." Like this, that's where this is going. And then I checked on the internet, and there's a video of an unboxing done by a woman, and it don't make jokes, please, when I do the video for this. It sounds pretty good. And the Spring 2 is over there. Some people have been asking for that, so that'll be coming up. And also the Hana will be getting its full review, and the Tribrids will be coming up, and they will get their full review. And I'll do another shootout like I did that actually turned out to be quite good. It's very simple if you just slow down, organize just a little, break it into sections, bass. Some people just want to hear about mids. They just want to know what you're talking about, listen to the song and be like, yeah, that's not my thing, or I get that. That worked out quite well. So this thing's graphing with the, I said over 10 is like no go for me, because I'm such a fan of Tanchjim. Graphs don't always tell the whole story, man. Matter of fact, they rarely tell the whole story. So I'm not going to judge on that. Since I'm already using another cable for it, I'll continue to do so. It seems to work fine. Though I will maybe do another graph if somebody says, I think other graphs are showing that gain is not quite. Then I'll go ahead and use the stock one just to confirm. I don't think that's really going to be an issue though. So we got an Oxygen with a paint job, and I'm still wondering why they don't. This is September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 10 months ago. 50,000 views. It's not like this is a obscure channel nobody watches, and a consistent theme is that some of the greater single dynamics are being kneecapped by odd quirks that seem to be... There's other stuff that fits a lot better. It's even got the black mesh on it, kind of like the Sony's, which I'm a big fan of more than... As soon as I see a steel screen, especially those like pressed ones with the... Looks like someone took a pin and poked it in, not like a screen door screen. Those make me bad. Immediately I feel bad. Screen doors may be better. This looks like Sony. They put that black mesh on. I think it's a better... Does a better job at filtering out some of the frequencies to get the tuning that they want, like a last ditch attempt before it hits your eardrum to get it right. It certainly looks nice, and it sounds decent to me. More info will come up with the review. If you've got suggestions of what you'd like to hear it compared against, I have another copy of the Oxygens that I can put in there, and I can also put it in with some others. I got to take a look at what the specs are for the driver. I'm assuming this is a 10 millimeter. LCP liquid crystal polymer, which is, I believe, the same as what Sony does. 32 ohm. Must be my eyes. I'm not seeing it. It looks kind of girlish. Hana. In Japanese, that means flower. There's a lot of girls named Hana. And then I got my girlfriend's future set. I don't know. I did the video about the spring, the Reach on Peacock, and then that's the only video I ever took this camera off my head and really came close to throwing it on the ground, stomping it, picking up its pieces and hurling it at this monitor. You take a great idea and just kind of walk away from it. What's the point? Like I said, somebody said warm tuning would be summer. Fucking, like, listen to the crowd, man. You guys are good at doing certain things, like scientists can study certain things and they know nothing about other things. You listen to the feedback from people. This video is a feedback thing. $35 buys you top of the line tuning. I said that 10 months ago. I stick by that today. There's tons of people that agree. They have expensive sets. They said they rarely listen to it. The musicality and the tonality of the Belon is just stunning. At the time of this video, somebody said, hey, do you know that Oxygen set you really liked? The same guy tuned it. His name is Chinese name. And so I thought, really? Well, what's going on with the fit stuff? And then I made the comment. It's been sitting there pinned for 9 months. Fit. If the Oxygen fit you good and you like a teeny bit more treble, this will probably be right up your alley. I'm going to do my best to get a really good fit and focus on the rumble and the bass and the kick drum and guitar solos and what I usually do, and then see how this turns out. I just took what should take like 4 minutes and turned it into like 15 or more. Sorry about that. My bad. Looking forward to the BQEYZ 13 millimeter. Fuck yes. Hell yes.